Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first Tuesday's Spiritual Mind Healing Circle. This is the second one. Reverend Michelle started in February, and we are now into March. First Tuesday is special. It's about prayer, it's about meditation, it's about silence. So, as we go within, to always enter into that common union, that communion with the indwelling spirit, we recognize who we are and whose we are. So this evening, allow your consciousness to be filled with just the presence and the power and the omniscience of all that is. Please join me in this opening affirmative prayer. We acknowledge always that pure, perfect consciousness that emanates throughout all creation. We are aligned with its purity and its allness. Each one of us, as part of its self-expression, we live, move, and have our very being in its essence. So this evening, we let that essence of light fill our minds with ideas that allow us to experience the wholeness and indeed the perfection that is at the very heart of our very beings. We just let that presence fulfill its purpose to experience more of itself in, through, as each one of us. So as we center ourselves now in its presence, we open our hearts, filled with that sense of knowing that we to the truth of our being. So as we enter into the silence now, with every breath, we recognize that covenant with God, in God, as God. And as we expel that breath, we release all the cares of the day. And just allow, in this safe space, in the silence, to just let God and only God. The piece of music that you'll hear in the silence is the very beginning now of our meditative period. As it ends, stay in the silence. And with a ring of the chime, we return to the conscious awareness of wherever we are. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is love, sweet love, sweet in the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love. In the stillness of this moment I am peace. I am peace. In the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am love. I am peace. I am love. I am peace. I am I am peace. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am love. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am peace. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am.
We are poised and powerful in the presence of God. Our emotional natures are quiet, our minds still. We are one with our all-knowing self. We are totally now open to the divine revelations from within. From the radiance illuminating our minds, we see only reality. From the celestial note issuing forth from the highest realm of our beings, we hear only harmony. From the stream of crystal clear essence pouring into our consciousness from on high, within, we know only the truth. With the pure light that is within us, we know the way. We are now able to do whatever is necessary for us to experience more of who we are. We are divine knowers. We watch. We listen. We wait. We see. We hear. We know. We now move forward to accomplish that which is ours to do. And so it is.
And so it is.
As our conscious awareness comes back to wherever we are, we go into the second phase of our evening of meditation and prayer. So we look at our prayer requests that have come in. We do a treatment for each. Please put, I'm going to read the ones that we have here, but please feel free to put your prayer request within the chat. We'll be able to see them. The first one is for acceptance and adjustment in the loss of a loved one, for the person and their family. There's one life. That life is indeed God. That life is indeed our life now. We know for that individual who has requested that mind treatment on behalf of herself and her family. We know that the life of God is even now flowing through their conscious awareness. With that life, we know that there's a sense of comfort and love now emanating from each one. That comfort and love that surrounds and indwells allows for adjustment to know that although the physical presence of the loved one is not within the family circle, the very presence of the memories, the times shared, the events that indeed took place with the participation of the loved one. We know that the very essence of those meetings now flow within the consciousness of that person, her family. And it allows them to know that their loved one is only a breath away, a memory away. So I know that a calmness and indeed a sense of oneness pervades that household, allowing the loving arms to support them as they go through this period, knowing that indeed with every second, their loved one is still flowing through their conscious awareness. Because we share that one mind, throughout this entire cosmos. So as we just allow that presence to fulfill itself as love and comfort and indeed peace, we know that their nervous systems just simply just settles, knowing that all is well. There's a sense of togetherness that indeed surrounds each one of that family going out to touch all who come into contact with them. I know it for that family and for all those who have in the past months or years who are still coming to understand that even though they may not touch or feel or see, the love within their hearts surrounds and indwells and allows that presence of oneness to pervade all families experiencing transitions at this time. We give thanks and know that that one perfect life individualizes itself now as whatever is necessary for the highest good for all persons experiencing transitions. It's God and only God. I give thanks that the Lord now receives my words and manifests that sense of comfort, oneness, and love for every family member experiencing separation. It's just God. We give thanks that this is so, and so it is. This one is for divine right action in the settling of a family estate. We acknowledge always the omniscience of the Father and the Father, Mother, God, and know that this family is within the omniscience of God. We know that every idea necessary is within the omniscience of God. Allows that family member and all who are in contact with them to know that whatever is necessary for the completion of all legal matters pertaining to the estate, I know that they are led in the right and perfect direction. The right persons come in contact with the right information. And I know that as they allow themselves to rest in the conviction that perfect right order is always attending their affairs, I know that the resources are in place for the step-by-step completion and indeed satisfaction for all concerned to know that that good that represents that estate is shared by all easily, effortlessly, and joyously. There can only be love. There can only be harmony as this family attracts all that is necessary for them to experience divine perfect act that concerns the success and indeed that sense of knowing that they are one. And it's the sense of harmony and indeed oneness that allows this matter to be completely put to rest. We give thanks. Give thanks for this perfect activity of God, acting in that family, providing everything necessary for the completion of their business matter. And we can declare for them, it is good and very good. This is the truth about them as I release my word to law and know that my words cannot return to me void, but must manifest whereunto it's sent. I give thanks that this is so, and so it is. This one is for a peaceful, for clarity. Okay. Countenance. Okay. All right. I speak this word for this individual, experiencing the peace of God as clarity, and indeed their entire demeanor and expression. God is peace. In that peace, we all dwell. In fact, we live, move, and have our being in this calm sense of knowing that all is well in our world of affairs. We know that this peace, which passeth all understanding, is the experience of this individual, knowing that every matter that concerns them, there is clarity. With clarity, there is understanding. With understanding, there is fulfillment of every desire within the heart of that individual. I know as peace and harmony reigns supreme in all the affairs, I know that each and every person that is open and receptive now to that calm confidence, that quiet sense of knowing that harmony prevails in every aspect of the expression of this individual. We know they move forward. Every step is guided. Every step is founded on the strength of knowing that the full support of the presence and the omniscience of God is forever flowing in the conscious awareness of this person. We give thanks for this peace, this supreme peace that is indeed just expressing itself within the conscious awareness of this individual. God is good. I know that that is the truth because God is peace and harmony. I release my word to that law that simply just says, it is indeed so, and so it is. This affirmative prayer is for successful spinal surgery on the 8th of April, quick and complete recovery, skilled surgeons and all other medical care providers. And so it is. I know for this person making this request, I know that God is the health of this child, the Son of God expressing itself on this plane of existence. So I know that the origin of this Son is indeed perfection and wholeness. I know that every cell, every tissue, organ, and function of the body temple is indeed reflective of that perfect blueprint held in the mind of God. So I know that whatever needs to be set right is set right. As the frame, the spine which is indeed the shoulders on which all the other organs rest, we know that the sun stands tall, perfect, whole and complete. I know that the hands that indeed attend him, the surgeons, the nurses, the providers, all that who are a part of that operation, I know that they're guided to do whatever is necessary for the highest expression. As health and wholeness is now revealed, so I sense and feel the success, the quick recovery. I know that any area of discomfort is even now dissolved as that brilliant, radiant health of God shines forth. It is the truth. Because I know that the law now supports the perfect health of the Son. The love of God allows everything necessary for his highest expression to fall into place easily and joyously. And we can see and share in the delight of everyone who comes into contact with him. That is indeed, he's a joy to his family and a joy to that pure consciousness out of which he was created. God and only God is the truth. We give thanks that this perfect life is the life of this young man. I release my word to law, and I know with utter and complete conviction that the radiant good health of God shines forth in him. This is the truth. And with thanksgiving, we can say, it is so, and so it is. And for this young woman, prosperity and health. There's one source of God, God living Spirit Almighty, that supreme presence that is even now overshadowing the life of this young woman. I know that she's open and receptive to the abundance that surrounds her and indwells her. I know that every single decree that flows from her conscious awareness, she can shout, prosperity is mine, because it is the truth about her. I know that as she focuses on this truth, all the doors and avenues in her expression opens wide with resources necessary for her complete and successful fulfillment of her life's dream. I know that persons, places, contacts, connections are now moving through her awareness. And I know that she accepts readily all the opportunities that are presented to her. Her truth is prosperity. And her life is now filled with all the attributes of prosperity. There's money, substance. There is the right and perfect job opportunities. With the opportunities, the right and perfect customers, the right and perfect workplace in which she allows all her talents to bless her teammates and indeed all who partake of that business. God and only God, and this is the truth for her and for all who come into contact with her. I give thanks for the abundance and prosperity that is even now expressing itself in through as the physical manifestation of this young one. This is the truth. I give thanks that this is so, and so it is. I'm checking the online chat. I see no requests. No requests. Okay. We'll now have, we'll just take up the love offering. If you have your love offering right where you are, can you let us say the blessing together before you touch that donate button, which allows you all the information that allows you to contribute to our beloved temple. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. I'm looking in the chat to see if there are any questions anybody would like to be answered, and I don't see any. Good. So let us just allow ourselves to go with it and give thanks for the bounty of that presence that is forever giving of itself in through us. It's with gratitude that I speak this word for all the healings that have taken place, for all the requests that have been put forward for right action, for prosperity, for clarity, for peace, and know with complete certainty that all is well in the world and affairs of each and every individual. We know for them, as they continue to just let go and let God, I know that that presence and power now fulfills its mandate through us to give of itself and provides every good thing for each and every one that comes into contact with these words. It is good and very good. And for all those who have allowed themselves to give of time, talent, treasure, and consciousness, I know that they are abundantly blessed. I know that the resources necessary for the extraordinary expression of their lives is now flowing into manifest demonstrations now and always. Oh yes, we give thanks for this consciousness that surrounds us and indwells us as a community. And know that as together, we just move forward, knowing that we are united to experience and express more of that perfect consciousness that created us out of itself. We give thanks for each other. We give thanks for this shared experience. And know that all is well as I release my word to law. And know that these words are now manifest as a perfect evening as we go our separate ways. We are safe, we are secure. And indeed, we awaken to a new dawn, a new day, filled with opportunities and even more demonstrations of good. This is our truth. And I know that it is so. And so it is. Well, for our friends online, have a wonderful evening. See you next month, first Tuesday. We have some announcements, right? We have our service. Okay, we have discovery right after our service on Sunday where we join Reverend Michael Record. We'll start the showing of that DVD called Heal. So please, it tells us how marvelous our bodies are. So if you are coming out to church, in fact, you better come to church because that DVD is an eye opener. We have prayer power on Thursday at 6 p.m. Oh, yes, Wednesday. Labyrinth Walk, first Wednesday of the month. Please join our Ambassador of Peace at 5:30 and let us walk together and allow the peace that emanates from us to spread through our island, Jamaica. So 5:30 at the temple tomorrow. We have our fundraiser on March 8th at 8:30 p.m. At this point, if you haven't got that tickets,
Call Jennifer.
I heard a voice said, if you haven't gotten a ticket and you want to come to share in the consciousness with us all, this evening that the practitioners host this Basil Dawkins play Once Upon a Watch Night at the Little Theater. Call Jennifer. 815-6683. She will find it for you. So see you at 8:30 on Friday night. So see you next Sunday and have a wonderful week.